Danford Golf Instruction. Today I'm going to teach you the secret on to hit the ball every time with the square club face. I know that sounds attractive. Everybody wants to hit the ball with the square club face because club face is king. Alright, basically 70 to 75% of where your ball finishes with your iron is due to the club face, and about 85 with your driver. Alright, so if you have a square club face, automatically you can play a whole lot better golf. So I'm going to teach you the secrets on how to find that square club face today. And then, as always, make sure you subscribe. We appreciate those who subscribe and like our videos. Thank you for watching our content, and let's talk about the secret to squaring the club face. The secret to squaring the club face, if you're watching this video, then most likely you fight an open club face, or you just want to improve and get a little bit better. So a few different checkpoints that we have to go through first to make sure that you know where a square club face should be in your swing, and then I'll teach you the simplest way for you to have a square club face every time. And then we'll cover some of the faults that we tend to run into. So number one, all right, square club face should match your spine angle in your takeaway. Okay, we're not going to talk too much about swing plane. This is all about club face. Your swing can be a little bit messed up, right, or way messed up, but if you have great club face control, you can still be a pretty good golfer. Right, so number one, club face should match your spine angle. All right, that's going to be open, that's going to be closed or hooded. Right, so just slightly toe down. Position number two is when the club gets to the top of your golf swing, the club face on top should match your left arm, right, or the angle of your left arm. Right, so if you've got those two covered, you got a really square club face. This is going to be a whole lot easier for you. Now, most of the time what we run into is people take the club inside, they roll the face open, they get to the top, the face looks like it's hanging straight down or even almost away from you, right? That face is way open. No matter really what you do on the downswing, you're not going to be able to square that club face. Even with the method that I'm going to teach you here, it's going to be super hard. So you got to make sure, even if it's not perfect right here in your takeaway, at least get it where it needs to be on top. All right, you're not going to find very many tour players out there that tend to have an open club face on top. If anything, it's going to be square or it's going to be closed, like Jordan Spieth, Dustin Johnson has it a little bit, well, it's super closed on top. All right, so make sure that that club face is square or even a little closed at the top of your backswing. Okay, if you don't know how to do that, usually the left wrist will keep the square face. If it's bowed, it's going to close a little bit. If it's cupped, it'll tend to be open. All right, so you might just have to work on that left wrist staying really flat at the top of your backswing. All right, so you got those two moves down. All right, everything's square on top. All right, this is where we tend to get into trouble with a lot of golfers. So a lot of golfers try to shallow the club that way, which is fine. All right, but at the same time, a lot of golfers tend to push the handle at the golf ball, which leaves the face open, and then we see a lot of active flipping at the bottom. All right, if you've watched any of my past videos, all right, that's basically a left arm push move. All right, so that's going to be somebody who really likes to move the ball a lot. All right, that's the Jim Hardy method. All right, is when the handle's pushed at the ball, the face tends to be open, and they're very active with their hands. All right, that's the Bubba Watson, the guys who really like to move the ball. And there's nothing wrong with that left arm push. All right, that's definitely one way to release it. All right, the secret, or the very easiest way for you to release the golf club, or to get the club straight or square every time, all right, is when you get to the top of the backswing, you're going to feel like you pull your hands down. Okay, automatically the face is going to start to close down on you. If I push my hands that way, it opens. If I feel like my hands pull down, the face starts to close. All right, so it's super square right there, basically where my takeaway was. And then all you have to do from there is simply keep on turning through the golf ball, and it's going to stay square every time. So that is basically the secret to hitting it square every time, is just when you get to the top, right, you got to feel like your hands almost fall onto that right leg, right? That's going to help those folks who tend to be steep also, right? That arm, feel like it falls on that right leg, feel like the left arm stays really kind of close to your body. Right arm might even feel like it stays a little bit behind you. Not as much as like Jim Furyk, but you understand the idea. So you're just going to pull down, face is square, and then all you have to do is release it. All right. Now, if you're still find that the face is open, all right, even after doing this move, you got to concentrate on what your knuckles are doing, or what your, let's say, like your logo on your left hand if you're wearing a glove. Because when you get down, let's say you're kind of in between, you're not here, you're not out there, you're right in between, but you're still struggling a little bit. You got to feel like those knuckles start to close down towards the ground. Some people feel it really well with the left hand. Other people feel it better with feeling like the right hand kind of covers on top of it, right, rather than underneath it, right? Or you can feel like they do them together, right? But those are the easiest ways for you to square a club face every time. I really like the idea of really feeling like you pull down, because that face squares up immediately. And it's super easy for you to do it. It takes a little bit of time for you to get used to that feeling, all right? But I promise you'll start hitting the ball better. And then if the ball looks like it's really just going straight off the face every time, but there's curve, then it's more of a path situation, and you can go see your local pro, and hopefully he can help you get your path a little bit more under control. Because if you have control of the club face, automatically you'll play better, and then you can add some path understanding in there, and then you can start curving the ball how you want to curve it. So thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe. Check out our past videos. We've put out some new content here recently, and have a good day.